Hello and welcome back to Premier League predictions. It is game week 3. How are we doing? How did everyone do? I'm intrigued. Before we get into my predictions for game week 3 though, we must go through my game week 2 predictions and see how I did. So, Nottingham Forest against Sheffield, I said 2-0, it was 2-1. So I get 2 points. Fulham against Brentford, I said it was going to be 2-1, it was 3-0 to Brentford. I got the win. Another 2 points. Liverpool Bournemouth, I said 3-0. It was 3-1. I think I had a good week. It's another 2 points. Tottenham Man U, 2-0 in the end. I said 2-1. So again, another 2 points. Man City Newcastle, I said that one was going to be 2-0. It was 1-0, but still the right result, so another 2 points. Villa Everton, I said 3-1. It was 4-0. Diaby didn't score though. FPL's in the mud. But it's another 2 points regardless. West Ham Chelsea, I said 3-0 Chelsea, it was 3-1 West Ham. Didn't realise how shit Chelsea were. Oh my god, they were pony. So that's a big fat honking 0 points for me on that one. Then Palace Arsenal, I said 2-1 to Arsenal, it was 1-0. So I did get the win, 2 points, not a bad week. Oh, but Manners, what about the Brighton Luton game? What was your prediction for that one? No, so just didn't include it. I will keep up this week with all of the teams playing and not just miss out random games. Christ. So all in all, total last week I got 14 points, which as a first week I am very, very happy. Let's get into this week. Starting off with Chelsea-Luton. It's a difficult one because A, it's Luton. We know they're probably going to go back down this season. But B, Chelsea are honking. I don't know what to say about Chelsea at the moment. But as bad as Chelsea have been, I still back them to beat Luton. If they don't back Luton, I don't back them to beat anyone this season, to be honest. So, Chelsea v Luton, I'm saying 2-0 Chelsea. Game number 2, we've got Bournemouth against Tottenham. Now Spurs, I was a little bit nervy going into the Man U game because we just never beat United, but we absolutely played them off the park in the second half. It's looking good under Ange. It's looking good. Bournemouth look like Bournemouth so far this season. They've had a draw and a loss, so I do think I'm confident. I'm very confident that we'll win that game. I have full faith in Spurs. I think we'll beat them 2-0. Brentford Palace next. Even without Tony, Brentford are class, aren't they? Mbuemo, Wissa, they're stepping up to the plate. They just look so good. Palace just look a bit lethargic for me this season. They only just about scraped a 1-0 in the first week against Sheffield. And Arsenal scraped a 1-0 win against them, but they just couldn't get anything going. So for that reason, I'm back in Brentford. I reckon Brentford get a nice 3-1 against them. Arsenal Fulham. Last week we did mention about Mitrovic's won't he play? He has now got the here we go. He's off to Saudi Arabia, so no more Mitro. So you've got to worry for him. I don't know where their goal's going to come from. Fulham look like a shadow of the team they have been in previous seasons. But then again, Arsenal, I feel like have been scraping results in these first 2 weeks. They got a penalty last week against Palace, and I don't think they looked too convincing the first week against Forrest. So I'm going for a Arsenal win, 2-0 to Arsenal. A lot of 2-0s this week. Where's that coming from? I don't know. Man U, Forest. Shite against shite is what that is. United just look absolutely abhorrently bad this season, don't they? But Forest could surprise us, I think. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's always down to the midfield in Man U. Mount is just non-existent all the time, every time in their games. Casemiro looks about 2 stone overweight and Bruno Fernandes looks out of position. They lose the midfield battle, they lose the game every single time. I feel like Forest would have seen the first 2 results that United have got and think they could have a real go. So in that sense, I'm actually going to say 1-1. Ten Hag to be sacked by Christmas. Who said that? Everton Wolves. What a pointless game. I love Sean Dyche, I really do, but I don't really like Everton, and I never have. I'm not going to base this fixture off of any footballing ability. I don't think there'll be any more than 3 goals. I'm going to say Wolves will beat Everton 2-1. Brighton against West Ham. Brighton are just the team to watch at the moment. Mitoma, Enciso, Estupinian. Oh, Christ. They just play the best football at the moment in the Prem. They're so enjoyable to watch. If you pull up De Zerbi's stats, I don't know if I'll show it on the screen right now, but they're phenomenal. They are phenomenal. West Ham, yes, they battered Chelsea, but that's more down to Chelsea looking like absolute horsecock. I think Brighton smash it again. They have just lost Enciso to injury ever so slightly, so that could impact them, but Matoma looks fucking hot as shit. And Estupinian as well. Looks like one of the best left backs in the league thus far. I'm backing Brighton to win 3-1. Yes. Sheffield against Manchester City. It's going to be an absolute bloodbath, isn't it? Haaland is going to run a train on that poor Sheffield United defence. Yes, it's at Sheffield United, if that means anything, but realistically, I feel like Pep's going to go there with Haaland, Alvarez, you'll have Bernardo Silva on one side, Grealish on the other. He might even start Foden. He's just going to go Rodri sitting, and then about 6 attackers just relentlessly pushing. Do we think 5 or 6? 5-0 to Manchester City. Burnley Villa. Obviously, Burnley didn't play last week because Luton couldn't put a football pitch together, and their only other result was a 3-0 loss to Manchester City. So we're still yet to see how Burnley actually field a side and play their football, because all they've done is play the treble champions, and that's it. Villa, however, I'm very impressed with. I really like Moussa Diaby. He looks dangerous every time he's on the ball. He has about 3 to 4 shots per game he's averaging so far. He's been quite unlucky finishing wise at the moment, but I think if he keeps it up, it will come to fruition and he will score. I'd be confident to say he scores about 14 goals this season. So I'm going to say 1-1. And the final game of the week, we have got Newcastle against Liverpool. Liverpool also look okay. Not as good as Newcastle, I think. Newcastle done very well against City. They did lose 1-0, but I thought they did very well to only lose 1-0. It's at St James's Park, which is just an absolute fortress to go to at the moment. I think Luis Diaz looks formidable at the moment. What am I thinking? Go with the first thing that comes out of your mouth. We're going to go with 2-2. 2-2. Where's that come from then? So that is my Game Week 3 Premier League predictions. Make sure to play along like I say. Let me know in the comments how many points you got from last week or some of the results that you're going for this week. As always, don't forget to subscribe and look out for the new series that will be starting this coming week. Very exciting stuff. Have a great weekend, stay safe, drink some water, compliment your mum. I've been Manners, you've been amazing, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!